I want to
Oh yeah.
thank you for even inviting me to your studio.
No, thank you, man, for having me, man. I appreciate the work you're doing.
For sure.
Always good when two people do a good job. Linking up.
Facts, facts. Especially we from both sides of the bridge.
Definitely, definitely.
So it's a
I'm
lot
from the
of
good side. You from the other side.
okay. Hey, I take that. I take that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get you a little later in the show. So I take that. But it's a special occasion, man. We doing something a little different today. I want to put you on the other side of the mic.
Appreciated that. Yeah.
We know you used to being the interviewer and learn about people and stuff like that. But a lot of people want to know where you came from and what inspired you with everything and stuff like that. So yeah, we want to bring y'all something different, man. We're doing a collaboration, CYTV, Straight Facts Podcast with my brother, Bobby Boucher,
Oh, yeah.
AKA More Than the Masters.
Yeah, man.
I call him the GOAT.
I appreciate that. I take that nickname. I take it, y'all. Yeah, I take it.
You know the emoji I put on all your,
Yeah, definitely.
you know what I'm saying? So you definitely the GOAT, trendsetter, somebody who's been doing this for a long time. And I definitely appreciate what you're doing for your city and others as well.
Yeah, that's the goal. The goal is always try to be united, though. Being unity. I know that I'm not necessarily from here, so me being enamored with like the city of Augusta and all it has to offer, whether it comes to sports, politics, academics, just the rich history that it has, and then right across the bridge, you got the Carolina side. Even that history there, where it's sport, it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing.
It is.
And it's like, damn, all is right in our backyard. All of this is right here.
And it's one thing that kind of unites us as well too. James Brown.
James Brown.
He was
Georgia Lana.
Facts. You know what I'm saying?
Georgia Lana.
So it's only right that we bring
Yeah.
our podcasters and stuff together, bring Carolina to the Georgia side and collab and see what we can bring to the people.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
So let's get it started, man. Like I start my show, I want to get an introduction and talk about where you came from, where you was born at a little bit, and let's talk about how you grew up.
Yeah. So if you don't know, I'm not from here. I get it done here, like I always say. But I'm born and raised in Brooklyn.
Wow.
The oldest of three. So I got a little brother, a little sister, but I'm the oldest. My mom raised us. My dad was there for a little minute though. He was there for a little minute. Then when they split, you know how that go. So we saw him, here and there. But yeah, for the most part, just being in the house at 7 was hard.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In the neighborhood I lived in, because it's like I didn't have a bunch of cousins to be like, but F you, I'm with my cousin. Nah, if I said F you, I had to stand on that for real. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have nobody.
Wow. So y'all didn't have a big family up there.
Everybody had moved. So like and I lived in Bushwick, part of Brooklyn. I had family staying in Bed-Stuy and stuff like that. But then that's why I'm here now. My grandma and them moved down here.
Wow.
So most of my life, like I was just me.
Okay. Yeah.
All my older cousins was like, lived in other parts of New York.
Yeah, and they had to move off already because they was older and stuff like that. Because I used to go to Brooklyn a lot, man. So how far was y'all from like Crown Heights and stuff like that?
It's right there. It's right there.
Okay.
I mean, depending on who you talk to from Brooklyn, like some people they don't care about where they from. They say what y'all like to hear, so they'll say Bed-Stuy. niggas don't be from Bed-Stuy for real. Like they be from other places, but they say what y'all know. I'm gonna say where I'm from. I'm from Bushwick, and if you don't know, you just don't know where it's at. That's fine.
Facts.
I was born in Bed-Stuy. Yes, I lived in Bed-Stuy for the first part. I lived in the Tonkin Projects, which is across street from Marcy Projects, which is also across street from Sumner Projects. So it's like all those rappers, Memphis Bleek, Jay-Z, or whatever, they all from there. And so it's infamous for, crime and stuff.
Yeah, because, like you said, Brooklyn is known for a lot of different things. A lot of legends that came from where it's from music, sports, and stuff like that.
Right.
Did you know any famous people coming up?
I mean, no, I wouldn't say I know them, but I see a lot of them, which is why I think I don't get starstruck now. I probably done seen everybody you can name. I done seen Busta Rhymes, I done seen Jay-Z, I done seen Fabulous too many times, I done seen Spike Lee too many times. Trying to think who else famous from like Brooklyn. Everybody, I done seen them. Seen everybody that was there. So you don't get enamored when you see like a star. It's just like, oh, okay, what's up?
Exactly, because it is different up there in the city. All right, so we're going to start in the household a little bit. So let's talk about your parents, man. How was it coming up in the household? Was it a church household? A lot of sports going on? Like, how was it in the household with you and your siblings?
Definitely wasn't no church. I will say this. I think my parents tried to do that for us. They didn't do it. My parents were young. My mom was 20 when I was born. My dad was like 18, 19, something like that. So they was young. They would try to send us to his parents and go to church. I quickly knew that church wasn't for me. I don't mean no harm when I say that. I'm not saying nothing about God right now, but it just was like my grandfather was the pastor. It was a lot going on just to go to church with him. Like he'd wake up, go pick sister this person up, sister that person up, come back, drop him to the church. I'm with him now.
Oh,
We go
okay.
back home and get ready for church. Then go to church, second, third, like, bro, this is too much.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be a part of this part-time,
So,
you know?
so you grew away from the church at an early age. Not saying you grew away from God, but the church itself.
Yeah, I just told him one day straight out, I was like, yo, I don't like it. And he was like, why you don't like church? He was mad. I said, it's boring. It give me a headache.
For sure. Yeah.
And I don't think I went over there for three more years.
And most kids will understand that for sure. All right. So like coming up, how was your dad? Like did your dad, was he in the household? Like what age did he?
I was in second grade, seven. I was seven
Okay.
when he left. I remember the day he left too. I was 7 when he left, but before then, like my dad was he worked. Don't get me wrong, but he was always 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So even him working, he had a good job. He worked for team. He was a teamster. So it was a I don't know if you know about Jimmy Hoffa and stuff like that, but he was a teamster. That he was a union worker. He drove trucks. But he also did his thing all the time. So he'd be back and forth to Virginia, buying this, buying that, coming back home, da-da-da-da. He always selling stuff.
So when you say 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you talking about the streets?
Yeah, hustling, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Okay.
I knew him more for working. Like, he had a full-time job, so don't make no mistake. He wasn't, like, moving bricks and nothing like that. But he sold whatever. He sold, I'm talking about drugs or cigarettes or Snapples, whatever. He sold, he always was selling something. Like, that was his thing. He always hustled. So I saw that coming up early, like, you know, you got child support. He had money, he had his thing, but he just moved a lot. He just
You
moved.
said child support?
Yeah, he always talking about he on child support, that and third. So like, of course, you working your job, they're taking that from you, so now you got to eat.
Facts.
So I remember my sister one day, she was like, she said, Daddy, can we get Chinese food? He driving. He don't get mad. He like me, just real calm. He was like, nah, I ain't got no money right now. I don't know why she said this for. She was like, but you got all that money in your jar, in your room. And that nigga lost it. He pulled over and was like, what you said? She like, nothing. He's like, nah, look, that's my money. I hustle for that money. I gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't like that, but I understood it. Now that I'm older, I understood it. I didn't like it at the time. I thought that was kind of cool, like kind of wild to do.
Facts, yeah. I know you was probably thinking on some selfish stuff at that time as a kid.
Yeah, cause I'm like, damn, it's Ty. This is my sister. You know, like, chill, like, stall out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you got going on?
Okay, so I want to go back. You said child support. So did he have kids on the outside?
No, just us three.
Okay, okay.
But he had a good job, so he was paying for all three of us.
Facts.
And it wasn't no small, like, it was XYZ per child.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so.
Mom Deuce ain't play.
Now, she played. She played. She was nice, too. So he was off a little bit here and there, you know what I'm saying? But they had their own little thing going on. So it's really hard to tell. And it's hard to speak in it now because, of course, he's passed away. So it's hard to speak on it sometimes because, you know, her talking about it years ago and talking about it today is different, you know? So I think sometimes she fell away, you know? So, but how he was, like, he worked but he just always hustled. So always, like, I had that relationship, like, when I go to see him for the weekend, I'm going to see my grandma because he going to come, but he going to be gone. And then he going to take us back on Sunday.
But you was with his side of the family with grandma?
Yeah, my nana. I'm my nana's boy.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I like that. All right, so let's talk about the impact it made on you whenever he left. Did you feel a certain way or did you understand what was going on?
Nah, I didn't. Me and my sister are close in age. I'm going to say that. I'm older, but we close in age. I remember seeing him come in, he was packing his stuff up. They had a fight before that, and I don't mean like fist fight. I mean like he was holding her to the wall, like just like not like flipping her up, but like to the wall. I think he got caught up. You know what I'm saying? He had a beep. It's the beep era, so I think somebody beeped him, called the house type thing. So she mad now, like who is this, da da da. And I'm only on it because she telling her friend when he left, you know, since I hear the story. But anyway, I hear them tussling, whatever, and she like, call the cops. I'm shook, like, damn, that's daddy, nigga.
She
like,
was telling you to call the
Yeah,
cops.
I'm like, this is pop,
Facts.
like, you know, so I'm stuck. So I tell my sister, yo, Ty, da-da-da. Well, I'm telling her, right? And I love my sister to death. Like, she was super strong. And so we just like there crying, like, yo, what's going on? So they stopped, whatever. And so I don't know if it was a week later, I don't know how long, but you could tell it was never the same.
Facts.
So he came home, he was packing his stuff up. And I said, yo, what you doing? Why ask me? I don't know. I never asked him questions. What you doing? He said, I'm leaving. Like, he just packing his stuff. Like, not mad, just real calm packing his stuff. So I go tell my sister again, like, yo, Ty, like she the oldest, right? I'm like, yo, Ty, yo, daddy leaving. And she just started crying, running and started crying. And my aunt that was staying with at the time was like, now why would you tell her that? And I'm like, nigga, her daddy. Fuck, she leaving, he leaving. And so he went in there and talked to them. He kind of talked us, sat us down, talked to us a little bit, and then he left. And shit, that was it, really.
That was the last time you seen him?
No, I saw him, but that was it. Like,
But-
he wasn't living there no more.
Okay.
Now, I love you, Mom, you know what I'm saying? He came a few times after that, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you funny. I ain't gonna lie, that's why I like you, bro.
He came a few times after that, but nah, they was done, you know what I'm saying? So
For sure.
she had her own stuff going on too, so I don't know.
Facts. Because like you
Yeah.
said, they were still young.
Definitely. I see when they got married. That's why my views on marriage is always like different. I seen them get married when my brother was born, before my brother was born, rather. She was pregnant. But I feel like they got married, and then, mind you, my brother was born 96.
Mm.
It was over 97.
Wow.
So it's like, what was the point? You know?
Facts.
Like, did we do what we did it for?
So it changed your views on marriage and stuff like that in the long term.
Yeah, and then also hearing my mom talk about it sometimes. Like, I feel like she said yes because they had been together for so long, and he had did whatever he did, and she did whatever she did. I ain't saying she was don't say neither, because my mom was pretty. She was fine.
For sure.
And so both young doing what they doing, and you know that project lifestyle. They from the projects. They from the
Facts.
jecks.
Facts.
So
do you think most people get married for the wrong reasons?
all the time. But I feel like I'm cool with you getting married for business reasons. That makes sense. I'm cool with that. I don't know if you need to get married just for love. If that's what you believe in because of church, God, and stuff, then you going to make that decision then. But I feel like we don't have to sign a paper to say we love each other.
I'm telling you, I'm big on that too.
We can have a wedding. We can get married and everything, have a wedding. We have to get married legally.
Facts.
I pop the question to you, whatever. You say yes, of course. We have a wedding. We don't have to have nothing on paper, in my opinion.
Because all that do is put the, people in your business, and now you got everything comes a monetary thing now.
Yeah. And it's hard to get out of that stuff. Like, you can get married in 4 hours. It take 40 years to divorce.
Facts.
And 40,000 seem like so.
It's definitely a process.
So my parents didn't get divorced until 2010.
Wow.
I was grown. That's how much it costs. That's how expensive it is.
Facts.
So
Facts. A lot of people don't know what they're getting into.
yeah.
All right, so let's fast forward a little bit, man. Let's talk about in school, like, okay, matter of fact, did you attend school in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only did 2 years. I only did two years of school down here.
Okay, so
I was grown when I came there to me, my mind.
How old were you?
16, 16.
All right, so let's talk about Brooklyn. Did you play any sports coming up there?
I just played basketball, but it's not like down here. My middle school had a team. We had like 3 games, bro. Like 4 games my whole middle school. It's not like down here where it's structured. You play this, you play this. The school that, I'm not trying to say this sound a certain way, but the schools that we would be slated to play anyway, that's in our area, that we would be slated to play, will always be in a fighting because the neighborhoods don't get along. So when you're there or this girl, that girl, whatever, like, it could be fighting.
Facts.
And in 03, 04, 05, like, it was for real, you fighting for real, like.
Oh, so it was different out there, like, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of, like you said, gang stuff, fights,
Yeah.
neighborhood projects.
And that's what the games.
It is.
You got the knuckleheads who ain't playing basketball, so they egging it on. And you got people, you got your girl in the stand, you got this person there, people doing fly stuff, or you getting embarrassed or you mad. Like, it's different, and then also, mind you, all of us aren't like groomed to play ball like how y'all are down here.
Facts.
Y'all start in little league, rec ball. So by the time you get to middle school and high school, you done played in front of people before.
Yep.
A lot of us is our first time. Like I said, 3-4 games, you're not even familiar with that stuff. So you get embarrassed, you ready to fight, 'cause that's what happened in school. And they cross you up and you're laughing, like, what you laughing for? You pulling your pants up about to fight the crowd. Like,
Facts.
that's just how a game go.
You're right. So and that's good that you was able to tell your experience coming up in that. All right. So you say you came down here in 16. That's what, 10th, 11th grade?
10th.
All right. So let's talk about that, making that transition. Like, what was the biggest difference with coming from Brooklyn all the way to Augusta, Georgia?
It's a lot. It was slow. And I mean that just in this talking about traffic and all that, and just how the day go and what's the day to day.
Facts.
To how you get to school, a cheese bus, like what? That's not a thing up there.
Exactly. So let's go back to that day whenever I guess y'all found out y'all was moving. Like, how was that? Like, what made y'all move, and what was the final?
How can I say? Okay, so I get issue. I give you the real story. So I don't like. Okay, so somebody could say a bunch of reasons. My mom or whoever could say a bunch of the reasons why we moved. We could say whatever. I will tell you this. My dad ended up doing something, man, that year. And so one thing I didn't say was the last year living out there, we didn't have no contact because he was incarcerated at the time. And so I think that played an effect, mind you, child support now. None of that stuff. So she couldn't really do it on her own. I always say that when I say, well, my mom couldn't do it, so blah, blah, blah. also, I'm 14, 15, 16 now, so I'm doing my own thing. We outside doing whatever we doing. I was a good kid for the most part, but in the neighborhood, you just do bad stuff. Like my grades is always good. Grades, I mean, my anytime I got stopped by somebody, whether it was a cop stopped us and said "Look, frisk or whatever,
Yeah.
we always got let go on some good stuff because they put my report card out, and I always had 90s.
Wow.
I always been straight A, like always.
Was you in the streets at this time? Cause this your past.
Yeah. But I don't look at it. I don't think I was. I never like sold drugs, none of that stuff.
Okay.
You be around it. You be at the houses. You be on the corner and stuff. But that's just a thing to do. You know, like you got 5 niggas doing it now. You got 7 just for no reason. I did play basketball, but on the same street that they were selling drugs. So
Yep.
you play ball, then you go stand in the corner. You play ball, then you go look out. You play ball, then you go to the house, and maybe you go in the kitchen and you do something there, and you come back because you want some money, whatever.
Facts. And a lot of the hoopers, the drug dealers told them like, no, stay here on the
Yeah.
court. Don't even
Yeah.
come out here. You don't know what's out here. So
Sometimes you got paid to get off the block. Like, yo, why don't y'all go to the park, man? Da da da. Here you go.
Facts.
And next thing you come back and somebody done got shot or somebody done. So they do good things.
Yep.
Some bad people do the good things sometimes,
Yeah.
They look out. Those are leaders to me. They were the leaders.
Most of the drug dealers look out for the neighborhoods.
Definitely. Unless they know you like really 2 feet in, they ain't gonna bother you. Like now, if you 2 feet in, then you in this. That's it.
Exactly.
But if you one or they feel like you got potential, they gonna exhaust every resource to make sure you don't put the other foot in that street. Once you do it, it's over though. Like
Yep.
once you do it, it's fair game.
Yep.
And so I'm glad I said that. So I'll say that to say, I think that it's a lot of acts that happened at my last summer living up there that I feel like one could say that, that's 2 feet material because you do certain things and some things you can't take back. Some things you can't, ain't no switching it up. Ain't no talking it out.
Facts.
And I don't know what all like my mom might have known, but I know like I never had a curfew really. I always was outside, but I never like did nothing crazy. And when I say crazy, I want to make sure I say that. When I say crazy, I'm talking about like in New York in 04, 03, 05, robbing a nigga is not crazy.
I about to say crazy means something different then.
Yeah, it's not crazy. I just that is recreational.
Wow.
So how y'all might like go play sports or Pee Wee League, whatever.
Wow.
You with your 6, 7 niggas like let's go downtown. We ain't got no money. We will when we come back.
Robbing was
When we come
normal.
back, it's like I ain't saying it's a way of life, but it's like if you need some money, it's just like you go get somebody else's.
Facts.
And I'm not glorifying at all because today I don't like looking at that stuff. So I talk to my daughter about certain things and I don't talk about it on camera, but you can get addicted to that. Like, because you wake up and just want, like, I want to, now you want to do, like, the Chicago niggas that be drilling, I can understand it because, like, you wake up and you like, I've been getting away with it for so long. I feel like I'm a pro at this now.
They really be addicted to the adrenaline too.
Yeah.
Like you said, I'm visioning as you talking about it, and I can only imagine like, and it's a bad thing all the way around. You know what I'm saying? To go shoot somebody and get away with it.
Yeah.
Like most people that love getting away with stuff, they gonna keep doing it and doing it until they get caught.
Yeah, and but you live vicariously through people. So a lot of times, friends that got caught up doing something, I knew like I never was crazy about like necessarily toting or using guns like that because people had died and people got caught up and they get sent to 6 months and this, 6 months and that. I knew I couldn't do no time. I didn't want to do no time. That's never ain't no women there. I said that once I realized ain't no women there. I was always good on jail. I'm straight. I'm straight, but I'm straight.
You funny, bro.
I'm dead ass. So it was always like, but nah, I was telling somebody the other day, I don't had a boyfriend. And she like these buff niggas. My dad wasn't buff, but after that, she's like buff niggas, whatever. Maybe she felt like, cause he was a street nigga. So like,
Your dad.
so I'll tell you a story. I don't try to spend too much time, but like one day he picked us up and I guess her boyfriend had pulled up behind him, unknowingly, you know what I'm saying? Cause he had like a little red car. He had 2 cars, but he had a red car. It's a red car he drove. He pulled behind her. He was like, yo, come on, nickname, yo, boo. That's your friend? I mean, that's your mom's friend? Back. Just trying to be quiet. Like, hey, yo, that's your mom's friend? I said, oh, I think so. That's still moms, you know?
Facts.
I'm like, yeah, but I know him. And my dad, like, he always carried. That's how they moved. He's like, all right, this is leather jacket time. So my dad, leather jacket, he gonna, put it in his pants, he get out the car. Yo, let me talk to you real quick. Just real aggressive, like, just, and they talking and stuff, and I'm seeing a lot of hand movements and stuff. I'm like, oh boy, I can't hear nothing because his friend his man that would turn
Oh,
the
for
music
real?
up. I'm like, damn. He get in the car. He seemed to be cool. So I'm like, all right, cool. I get back home. I get in trouble, of course. I'm like, why I get in trouble? Nigga? I ain't telling nigga to pull up. Damn, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't know why I had told that story, but I say it like to say, uh, you know, living up there, like you just see so much, bro.
But it became normal.
Yeah, it became normal. Um, but for me, just being outside and being around the people I was around, um, I I think my mom knew that nothing good would come of it. Like I said, I was a good kid. I did good at school. I loved going to school. I wasn't a follower. Like everything I did because I wanted to do it.
Mm.
I had things happen, so a lot of times, like I think one thing that changed my perspective on life, and I've told the story in grave detail before. I ain't gonna say it in detail now, but I've told it in grave detail before. I remember I got robbed from my bike in my own neighborhood by niggas from Tompkins, where I'm from, my mom's and I'm from. I only know that because I was with my cousin who's from the projects, and we together. They talking to him because this how ruthless New York is. They talking to him because they know him,
Wow.
and they surround us. Mind you, these niggas like 16, 15, 16, 17. One of them was like his age because they was around, but most like it was like 9 of them, about 7 of them, and they about 16, 15. At the time, I'm 11.
Damn.
My cousin is like 9, but they surrounded us, and I kind of know what it is, but I'm trying to like just stall them out. And so long story short, it's like surrounded. I'm about to dip out. All right, come on. He's like, yo, give me a ride to the store. I'm like, I ain't really, you know. He took a ride to the store. He jumped on the bike. I'm gonna jump up when you get to the store at the corner. This is the store I always go to, mind you. I'm in this part of my neighborhood, but it's my neighborhood.
Facts.
So we get there. I get to in front of the store, and he ain't off. So I'm like, all right. And he just like trying to choke me with
Oh,
it,
for
right?
real?
And I'm trying to stay on like as much as I can because they ain't hit me none yet, but he just choked me. I really can't breathe, but I'm trying. But I feel like if I grab I can't hold the bike. My bike was my concern. I don't know why. It just was. And mind you, I'm with an older guy who like he talked like he about that.
For real?
They didn't surround him because he was doing wheelies up and up the street in front of my elementary school, PS299. And so I'm looking at him. I'm hoping that one day, at one point, he come over and be like, "What y'all doing?" Because he talked. I'm thinking he liked that,
Facts.
and he wasn't like that. Obviously, he never came over. And so once he was talking or whatever, the people that were there ended up coming, of course, they hitting and stuff. So I ended up getting off the bike. And I never forget his face, bro. Like I'm on the floor or whatever, and I get up and looking at him. It's like he look at me like, bro, like
Wow.
shit, like it is what it is, you
For
know?
real?
Yeah, but he had a fucked up tooth, big lip, fucked up brain, like Meek Mill, just a fucked up version of Meek.
Damn.
And I was like, fuck, you know? Now my cousin, I ain't trying to diss him, but like he was young, so he ran across the street. But I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I go across the street, me and my cousin, walk up the block, and a nigga, I didn't say, but I was getting choked up, whatever. I remember looking, because we in the store right here. He over here. I remember him, I could tell he saw it. I remember seeing him riding the bike up the street so fast that he had wind up his shirt.
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
And I said, damn, I'm just getting choked up like, damn, that's
Wow.
crazy, you know what I'm saying?
So the dude was like 16 too, your
Yeah,
partner.
yeah. He was older than me.
From Tompkins and all.
The dude that robbed us,
No, the dude that was with y'all.
the dude with me, yeah, he went from town. He's from Bushwick. He lived around the corner from me.
Okay.
Named Hurley, and yeah, he was their age, but he wasn't like them. Apparently,
It taught you a valuable lesson there.
oh, definitely. I was a monster after that.
Oh,
Like,
for
to
real?
me, I feel like not like I was still a good kid in school, but I felt like I just didn't have no remorse for none of that stuff. I feel like shit, my shit got taken, so I'm taking everybody else's too.
Oh, for real?
So I never had plans to do something to somebody or rob. I never had no plans of that ever in my life until it happened. I just felt like I was minding my business, doing nothing, bro. Like, I never was bothering nobody. I didn't have fights at that time. I always would fight, but I only would fight to defend the fact that I could be smart and still not be a bitch.
Yep.
Like, because I had good grades, niggas always tried you. Oh, you class president.
Facts.
I'm a foot, and I had to, and I would win the fights. I would win. So it's not like I was like soft and like that. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Can't
you
win them
still
all,
from
but-
the hood. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just smart.
But when you're young, when you're that young, they don't know.
They bully.
Like, you know, so I feel like I had to show. I would show them, and then not much. I didn't have no cousin, no big people to be like. It's just me,
Facts.
and then you go from there. But I started to say like that's what kind of made me start whatever. But them same people I would hang with them, not him though.
Mm.
But I would hang with people he hung with. But he had got like kind of shunned anyway. Shunned, like it was like
Oh,
you
for
can't
real?
even, you can't even. That's crazy.
They probably ain't respect
At
him
all,
as
at
he
all.
watch y'all get
But it
jumped.
made me look at people different. Like that's how I'm able to tell somebody if they like that now. Like be like, I don't like niggas selling wolf tickets because like you doing too much, and I feel like in them situations you're not gonna be
Facts.
who you saying you are in them situations. And so, and I mind you, I'm a person who don't talk like that, but I felt like I tried the best I could do to not just get off. They got me off, but I didn't just get
Yeah,
off. You know what I'm
they
saying?
did.
But it is what it is, and stuff like that happened, and that was my first introduction to like, nigga, it can happen to
The
you.
game, exactly.
It can happen to you.
So it was a multitude of things of the reason why your mom wanted to move y'all to Augusta and stuff
Okay,
like
yeah,
that.
my bad. I kind of tangent.
Oh
But
no, you good?
and so like that summer, we working finally because you work in New York. You work at 14 years old, so you're working. So cool, I'm working and whatever, and making money now. So we still doing some dumb stuff that we've been doing here and there, but um, I think my mom might have caught wind of some stuff that had happened because I remember her asking me one day. It was very strange. I never talked to her about it ever. And I still won't. And she asked me, she said, "You heard about whatever?" I'm like, "Nah, what happened?" It's like, "Yeah, cause he died, da 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 da." I'm like, "Damn, for real?" I was supposed to be outside. And I ain't had nothing to do with this now. I'm not saying, not talking to Cole. I'm very clear. I ain't had nothing to do with this. But I was outside when it happened. I was there when it happened.
Wow.
And as a young person to have to like kind of lie to your mom, I lied to her. I ain't mind lying to her. Don't get me wrong, but that was something I wouldn't really lie about. But I had to. 'Cause I didn't ever want her to know what I was around, what I would be around, or who I knew. So I would always act like I don't know. Oh, something. Nah, who's that? Oh, nah, who's that? But I just feel like
She knew.
you only could do but so much because she wasn't working at the time. So she around, and my mom smoked weed. I don't do drugs. My mom smoked weed and stuff. So she knows some of the weed dealers. And I feel like niggas come talking. I heard your
Yep.
son. I just always felt that because it was just one random day.
Facts.
My brother and sister was in New York, was in down here already for the summertime. I didn't come because I'm already older now, so I'm not coming for the summer. She was like, "Yo, it's like the 27th, 26th, or something like that." And then forget it. And she was like, "Hey, I just want to tell you, you're gonna have to move to down south with grandma for a little while until we could figure something out." She wouldn't say watch it. That's all she kept saying. So I kind of just felt like she knew something. I don't know.
Facts.
I never asked her. I was like, all right. I was happy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was rough. Like,
It was rough up there.
yeah, you can't be doing nothing or you can't be into nothing. You can't be into it nobody without being seen. So if I'm going to work and I work in Bed-Stuy, so I'm having to walk through, it's core. Everybody's on top of everybody. So even if I got a problem with you, I ain't mean to point at you, but you around the corner from me, and we both go to this store on the corner of your street, in the corner of my street, I can't then now go to this store.
Facts.
Only reason why, if I go to that store, the nigga from there that might hang in this block, like, I seen May earlier. Where you saw him at? I saw him over on Putnam. Putnam? He live on Jefferson. The fuck he over on Putnam for? Oh, he beef from such and such. You know what I'm saying? Now niggas, so you kind of have to go to the store now just to show like, hey, I'm out here.
Exactly.
What up?
Facts.
And so when you got stuff like that going on, I'm talking about people getting stuff happening to people that, like I said, there's no turning back from. You can't really change that. You can't just move around like you want to move around. You can't just go where you want to go. You can't just go where you normally. Yeah, I couldn't go play ball on Jefferson. Why? Because niggas is coming to Jefferson every day. Like, yo, where him, and him at? I need them three because they was here. Even if you're not involved with whatever happened, it's just the fact that you're around. You might know the person.
Yep.
So if they can't get to that person, you next.
Facts. And that's how a lot of people go to jail too. Like, it's called accessory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be done it, but if you around there and you don't report it and stuff like that, they'll take you to jail. So.
And that's why I tell kids now, like, if you got, all my friends that I hung with, people I'm talking about there, out of like 7 of them, only 2 alive.
Wow.
One is turning his life around, one is in jail, but the rest of them murdered.
They all stayed up north.
Murdered, yeah. All of them dead, murdered.
Wow.
2 of them murdered each other. So it's like, when I be talking about like I like juice and stuff like that, I like movies because like that's a real life. I don't gonna sit here and talk about all that stuff. I know we're gonna get to other stuff, but that should be real. Like, and I don't know how to explain to somebody without saying too much because some stuff you just can't say.
Facts.
It's not a thing.
Facts.
People always say, why you know about New York? Ain't nothing up there for me. Once I left, when I left and we was on a Greyhound, and I left on a Greyhound too. We left on a Greyhound, and I was just leaving. Like I could have cried, but I
You
was happy. I was for more reasons than just that stuff, but I was happy to see my brother and sister. I was happy to get away from that stuff. I felt like I made it out.
Oh,
'Cause,
wow.
you know, a lot of stuff happened behind a lot of stuff, you know, that I ain't have to deal with.
Wow.
I have to deal with it. So like, why go back?
So
For what?
Mondoose looked out. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, she's a mom.
Yeah, I always feel like that. I always feel that way, but you know,
Things
I always
happen.
just say, you know, it worked out that everything happened how it happened. 'Cause I could just be like, she couldn't handle it no more, so we came down. And it was always perfect, you know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
but now that's like 20 years ago. So
Facts.
I feel like I could talk a little bit, you know, about some stuff now.
It definitely panned out pretty good. All right, so let's make that transition to Augusta. Let's talk about how it was coming down here. What experiences you had, what neighborhood you were staying in, and let's talk about.
Oh, my grandma lived in Pepperidge, so I lived. That's why I lived there. But I had visited down here, you know, here and there, every so often. So I kind of knew the neighborhood a little bit, how to get around. Not everybody, but knew some people. It was definitely a hard adjustment at first because at the time I'm living living differently.
Facts.
So if I just wanted to get, you know, $20, $30, $40, it was easy to get it. You know, I just take somebody else's.
Nah, for real.
That's just
Or
what
they
it was,
bike
you know.
or whatever.
And it wasn't like that down here. It wasn't like that. It's not the same. Like it wasn't the same. You don't know everybody. You don't know who you can and can't do certain things to. But also, I just felt you speak when you come there. I always say not being a church, but like I feel like coming to the house, I'm gonna change. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do none of that stuff. I don't want to be involved in it. I wanted to be regular because I had a little brother. I got a little sister. I don't want to do none of that stuff. I want to be a square. I want to, you know, be a regular guy.
Because you was smart.
Yeah, and I feel like I am a square. I'm cool with that. If that means, you know,
Facts.
taking care of what you got to take care of.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Only black people have labels and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, you talk proper or you an idiot, you know, whatever.
It's
so.
weird.
Only we do that.
Facts.
So to ourselves. But I loved it though when I moved down here. Central air, ain't no central air in New York. So like in New York, it's like you got radiators and stuff throughout the house, heaters and stuff. So like you get mice from that reason because they come from outside, they want to get warm, so now they inside your house. So that was the first winter I had with no mice.
Wow.
Like I'm talking about, this is real. I'm like,
You from the trenches.
I love my grandma, bro. I could never thank her enough for changing my life because she could have said no. I can't do that.
Facts.
So I love my grandma. Like I don't care what I said about her. She don't make always the best decisions, but for my life and what I did, like to me, I feel like she saved my life.
To let people come in her house, like, yeah, this is her grandchildren,
Yeah.
but it changed her whole livelihood as well.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I'm
real.
saying? So yeah, shout out to
I
grandma.
loved it. And like I said, she had a goal in the backyard. And you gotta go to the park. Somebody, I'm telling you, you into it, this, you into the person. You want to go hoop. Now y'all go all the way to the other side of Bushwick to go play basketball. You're like, why you over here for? But then y'all might get into it over there. Then you come back to this side, you think it's sweet because time went by, run up on you.
Yeah, facts.
And so, so it's a whole lot. I tell some of these stories sometimes. Like we playing basketball one day, 9th grade. God bless him, he dead now, but at the time we playing ball in our home park. They got beef in high school. High schools, like local high schools, whatever, they got beef. So they come to the park looking for the person they're looking for. And God bless him, he dead now, but the guy Gary, he gets shot 5 times.
Damn.
In broad daylight, like 6 o'clock. They don't care. You could tell it's tension in the park, but you don't know, right? You're like, I don't know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Pow, 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 pow. They run up on him. Pow, pow, pow. He survived. He ended up dying later. He survived. You know what I'm saying? But it was one of them things where like that's like a regular day,
Facts.
a random day.
And like you said, that's a perfect example. You just hooping, thinking time that went by, or it's a
They
wrap.
got a problem we don't know about, but because we were around him, it could be anybody. Somebody could have hit somebody else.
Yep.
You know, and I say it to say I was grateful to come down here and have a goal in the backyard. I love basketball, so I can shoot in my own backyard without nobody bothering me.
Facts.
Without worrying about whether I need to bring something or whether something might happen or whether this crew, you know, whatever. This
Exactly.
girl give you a hug, now this nigga don't like you. You know, it's a lot of stuff that go on.
Petty
Like,
stuff.
now I could just I'm with my family and my grandma. I'm playing basketball back with my grandmother, bro. I'm shooting my grandma.
It
You know what I'm
sound
saying?
like it sound like you enjoyed it.
I was
man.
happy. Like that was, I don't talk about it often. You probably get in school, 'cause I don't talk about this stuff like this often, but even people that know me probably will tell you, like, I don't talk like this
For
at
real,
all.
personal stuff.
Because it's not something I glorify, but I would cry sometimes, like not cry like tear, but like want to cry, like because I couldn't cry until my uncle died, but yeah, I was trying to, I just couldn't do it. I just was so happy to be
You hadn't been through so much.
here. Yeah, like It was beautiful. Like that's why I love the city of Augusta. Like what you don't like? What's not like about it? You get central air, beautiful houses, beautiful women. Like if your grass cut, everything look like yo. You ever seen Friday in the beginning?
Fact.
And when they like and they singing that song, trying to see another way.
Yeah,
like everything look beautiful.
They hoods look different than our hoods.
But to me, like at the time, like Augusta, I'm like, yo, it's houses, not everybody not on top of each other.
Facts.
You know, like it's 2 bathrooms. I ain't gotta wait. Oh, I ain't gotta wait until you use the bathroom, then go after you and it smell like shit in there.
Ooh,
you know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Yeah, facts.
2 bathrooms now. So you in the bathroom? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go in the bathroom.
Facts. You right?
I
Because
loved it.
I experienced stand up there in Brooklyn. I used to go up there every summer. My girlfriend from high school was from out there, so I know how it is standing on projects. Like it used to get hot as
Yes.
heck in the winter, or like you said,
Got
we
the
had
fan and window with the window halfway
Facts.
open. Nah, come on.
We was
Put that air
sleeping in
on.
a-
Put that air on. Come on, man. Like a window.
Facts.
I ain't opened a window in 20 years, man.
Wow.
Swear to God. For what?
small stuff
The air
like
right
that
up
make
there.
a difference. Yeah, yeah.
I loved it. Like you couldn't tell me. You couldn't tell me that wasn't like a blessing. Then I get down here. I'm on a basketball team. I ain't try out just because I'm nice in practice, niggas. I'm nice in PE, niggas like, yo, play. You should play.
Shit different down here.
I ain't realize that, but I'm also new to it. So when I played basketball, I like the amenities that came with it, like women and people knowing you and getting the game for free. I ain't take it serious as to play it because I never knew. Coach screaming at you and shit. I'm like, what the fuck you screaming at me for? You ready to fight?
Oh, for real?
What
Oh,
you
because
screaming
you
at
only
me for?
played 3 or 4 games.
I never played. And that coach, that nigga went there screaming at us.
Oh,
You
for
crazy?
real?
No, because niggas.
Y'all fighting them nigga.
Not like, yeah, but not like
y'all
that. But
fighting
more
that
so
nigga.
just like, you know how to deal with the kids you got. So like, I can't just scream at this nigga because he get embarrassed quick. So you gotta, it's different.
Down here, they don't care.
They didn't. They didn't care. Niggas didn't call my name. Niggas call me New York. Like, niggas didn't have a
Facts.
name for real. I felt like an inmate,
You had to earn that name.
Definitely did,
Facts.
So
I like that, man. So you say you hoop, so you made that transition. What school did you attend when you first
Butler, then I went to Georgia my 11th grade year, and then I went to Butler my 12th grade year. We moved around, so.
Did you hoop anytime?
Only at Butler my 10th grade year.
Okay, so after that, you didn't really take it serious. You didn't want to.
I still played basketball. I didn't play for no school. I never tried out.
Okay.
I was lazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was lazy. I didn't try. I worked my brother and played my brother, which is probably why what he did, but I was lazy. When I got out of school, bro, I wanted to go home and lay
for real?
down.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then I wake back up and then see what happened in the neighborhoods. Who fought,
Facts.
who did this, who did that.
Facts.
Because I lived in like Pine Walk, which is a Josie neighborhood or whatever, and then I lived in Salem Moms.
Okay.
So I lived in a neighborhood that stuff was happening at, so I would like to be outside,
Facts. All right, so you say you end up graduating from
I'm at Butler. Yeah,
Butler.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about, did you attend college or anything after high school?
Yeah, I went to Augusta State, man. I wasn't trying to go to college, but I ended up getting a laptop for Christmas. My aunt was like, well, got you this laptop so you can go to college. I'm like, shit. And that was my kid's mom now, but at the time, we were just boyfriend, girlfriend and stuff. With no kids, obviously. But I remember, if you're a girl, you trying to, I'm like, I ain't even trying to go to college. She was like, oh, I don't date no bums. Oh, going to college.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know
You're
what
going
I'm
to do what
saying?
you
So-
want now.
For the women, yeah, at the time, yeah, I wanted
Especially
to,
if you like her.
Yeah. So that helped. And then I went to school. But I finished and everything. I didn't take it seriously, but I finished it though.
I want to slide this in. You seem like you're a womanizer. Did you get that from your RP pops?
Wait, hold on, wait.
I want to slide that in.
said I'm gonna slide
Because
it
you
in.
done slid in.
Hey,
a
can I ask you a
couple-
question?
You done slid in a few little women.
What's the woman out there? Define that for me.
Ooh, you gonna put me on the spot like that? I always thought the definition.
Before I say yes or no.
I always thought the
Let
definition
me look it up
being
real quick.
like,
Go ahead.
ooh, because we talked about a couple topics, and you was like, because they bring women in, and and just talking to you though, your aura, bro, you smooth, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you attract women just by being yourself, type stuff like that. And I just feel like, I don't want to say you do multiple things for women to get them, but I think it come natural to you. You know what I'm saying? I think like the stuff you do, it attracts like certain females because you're not trying to be nothing you ain't.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the official definition, but
I ain't gonna look it up because ain't no point. But I'd say this, man. I love women. I do. I do, and I have.
me too.
But I always like touch. I always like to touch. Even when younger, like not being funny when I say this, but like my family would say like, women gonna love you when you get older because like I would lay up under my aunt or whoever, my mom, whatever. Like they sitting doing somebody hair, whatever. I'm like touching their leg, like the calf part. I like the meat. I like that part of the arm, that part of the leg.
For real?
I suck my tongue. My daughter do a lot too. I suck my tongue, so I was like,
Okay, yeah.
it's soothing to me. Like touching a woman has always been soothing to me. Like it calms me down.
And your mama them said that a lot of women was gonna
they
like
want
you.
because it's touch. Women like being touched.
Facts, yeah, they do.
They was right.
Yeah, because you got to.
They was right.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all for being right.
Facts,
For real.
facts. So I was right too about like loving women. You know, you
Yeah,
like women.
I'm making sure because you said
Yeah,
the word.
come on, man. You know
nah,
I
but
do like that.
I do like women, and the more you come out the shell, I think it came out more. You grow into yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because people say I was mean when I was younger. Like, I ain't talk. I'm from New York. If I ain't know you, I ain't talk to you. Women that would like talk to me if I was picky. I only wanted a certain kind of woman, certain build, certain body. But once you start doing certain things, you're like, oh, everybody got this.
You fit exactly facts.
So yeah, it's just yeah.
I love that though. Like I said, I love your whole like you laid back and stuff like that. And you, like I said, you were describing your pops like that as well. So
Yeah.
it sounded like you took after him a lot. All right, so
Yeah.
So let's get to what we came here for. But what was that first career choice though before you started to get into media and podcasting and stuff? What was you chasing?
The good salary. Like I thought because I went to Butler and I excelled in math, and everywhere I went, I said accounting. It just makes sense, right?
Facts.
I got to Augusta State. I struggled with the first math they gave me. I ended up passing it, but then I took accounting. I was like, oh shit, hell no.
Oh yeah.
So one thing you probably don't know is you from South Carolina. When I was 19, I co-owned a Gary's Hamburgers on Graniteville on Bettis Academy Road. Remember, the Bettis Academy had the Gas Plus and the Gary's in the middle of it. I had co-owned it with somebody who worked for Gary for 10 years. So
Wow.
I had owned a business at 19 with somebody.
Wow.
So then I kind of stopped with school. I'm like, what I need school for? All right, I'm a business owner. I mean,
Facts.
I needed it. You know what I'm saying? Because then after years and change, like it was a partnership. So he's dead now. So I don't like talk about it, but like he did some stuff that he probably shouldn't have did, and it kind of messed the. South Carolina play about taxes.
Facts.
They don't play, and he wasn't doing it right with the taxes. Bought a new car, some crazy shit he did. So that ended the business there on my birthday. On my birthday, business over.
Wow.
Had a baby on the way in 2 months.
Wow.
I ain't saving the money because I was making some money every week. I'm like, I could just wait until.
You didn't see this coming, did
I didn't. I thought he was taking care of what he had to take care of, which is hence why I work with myself a lot. That changed my perspective on working with anybody. I'm like, nah, because a nigga can't never have the final say so what's going on in my life.
Facts.
You know, so.
Wow. Yeah, that's hard though for you to own a business early at that age,
Yeah.
and it taught you a valuable lesson as well. But also it let you look back at, dang, I should have finished the accounting thing. So you,
Yeah, or change the business management, something. I should have just stuck with it more, but I was so smelling myself like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I got this, and I didn't have it.
yeah. But
And
it's
so
just a lesson learned.
that's all it was. Like that's life. Life for lessons, man. You just gotta take it, and hopefully you able to read it and apply it to moving forward. And that's what I did, and it worked out for me, for the most part. But yeah, so that was it. And then my degree's in criminal justice though, so I got a degree in criminal justice because my thing was like this, man. I had a daughter. I said, this was different. Today I wouldn't do it, but I was like, I can't tell her to go to college and do this if I ain't did it. So I only finished because I had a kid that I wanted to say, hey, I'm a college graduate.
Wow.
It had nothing to do with me wanting to be anything with criminal justice. Would I don't mind if it's like, a PO or something. I love to be a PO because I can teach and train on that. Like for me, I'll be more for trying to correct them than to lock them up.
Facts.
They need more me's and POs, but that's another story.
Okay.
That's my goal. And I would still do that today. I would still be
I'm
a
about
PO.
to say you still got that that degree.
I could be a PO on my own. I can't send you to jail, but I can try to, get you right.
Exactly.
But that's what I wanted to do. And then once I finished there, it was hard. Like when I had my kid, I was depressed. I ain't know about postpartum depression. So she probably was depressed. I'm like, yo, why we ain't fucking? I'm young. I'm like, why we ain't doing the stuff I like to do?
Yeah, exactly.
Why you got attitude? Trying to tell me what to do. My mom's like, but no, nigga, but I got your daughter. I got your kid. Like,
and y'all was living together.
you could say, yeah, mom's well. She was living with us, and then she left, and that's how we kind of ended. But we still was together for a minute. But when you get that distance, sometimes when you get tested, sometimes that's how I go. And
It
then
changes everything.
when you got people around you not really talking life into the situation, but speaking you out of the situation, it's easy for you to walk away from it. And I think that's what I did. I think I walked away from it. I spoke about that plenty of times. I think I walked away from it, and we still cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's like in real time, I would have preferred people talking me into the situation and coaching us versus saying like, well, if you gotta go, do what you gotta do. Like, because you kind of pushed me to give up too.
Did you do so? You probably don't now, but did you regret it?
Oh my, yeah, probably so because I mean, you want your family, bro. You want everybody to be together. You want to show your kids. I'm still showing them now, but you want to show them every day. You want to show them in real time. You want to lead. You want to enter somebody's life and make it better, make it easier.
Facts.
And we had patches where it made it worse for a few years. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? It was like a bad situation. I saw my kids every day still. Even worse, imagine having to see somebody every day that you don't want to see because they're a good dad or because they,
Exactly.
you know.
Yep.
So it's hard. And then you still doing your own thing, and that stuff is mixing in with your, because
Mhm.
y'all not together, but y'all together every day. And so she's like, well, I feel disrespect because you shouldn't be in my house texting nobody. You know, it's like, oh, we ain't
Yeah.
even together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You
you
know,
dealing
but,
with dealing
but
with a
I
lot.
respect it though. I get it. So
Facts.
it is
Okay,
what
so
it
but
is.
it sounds like you did a lot of adult things early, and it taught you a lot of valuable lessons and stuff like
Yeah.
that, from co-owning business to having a family early, a relationship and stuff like that. All right, so how long after this, man? Like, did you want to get into the podcast and the media?
So speaking of my daughter being born and losing the business, right after that, but during that time, I knew I had a daughter on the way. It was a guy named Quan. It's a guy named Zep Jasper. He a basketball player. You see his Instagram name is RIP Quan 12.
Mm.
It's from a guy named Quan. I don't know the guy, but I remember when he died. He got killed at a party. I think he had a daughter. I remember thinking like, damn, this could happen to anybody. His daughter would never see how he is, his mannerisms, how he talked, if he joked, how he looked, how he moved. She won't know nothing. So she'll just see still pictures. And this is 2012, 2011, when I'm thinking this. So the pictures back then look crazier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't like today. I'm like, I can't have that. It could be anybody. This is still my mindset. Even though I'm not doing none of that stuff, my mindset is it could be anybody. And I said, I'm gonna start making videos and talking on camera and stuff, just in case. I was so happy I was having a kid, just in case
Mm.
something happened to me. She got something to look at and say, this is my daddy, you know? And that's how it started. In my brother playing basketball, I would film his stuff. So I was filming that, learn how to edit, but also doing my own thing on camera. I wasn't good at this back then.
Oh, for real?
'Cause I always started, but it was even worse back then because I was so too cool. I wasn't really poised for this. So I wanted to make sure I looked nice, my haircut was right, my do-rag. I'm thinking about the stuff that don't matter,
Facts.
but I'm doing it, you know? And so that's my first introduction to like anything media was me watching my brother game, trying to send it to my dad so he can see him. And me and him going over the games. When I get home, if I can't watch it, yo, why you went through the pick? Why you ain't go around it? Why? Just stuff like that. We watching film in 7th and 8th grade.
Wow.
And so we doing that when I get home. So he know if it's a bad game, nigga, like stay up.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm gonna be mad, but we gonna go over it. And so we doing that. So I'm looking at that, editing little clips and stuff for him because it wasn't no like it is now. And then for my daughter, this was a year later with my daughter, I'm making videos, talking about topics, seeking out how I thought about certain things or what I thought about. And that was my introduction to that. And then like when she was born, I would film her. Her whole first 2-3 years is on camera.
That's dope, man.
You can see her go from 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, 6 to 9 months, 9 to 12 months, 2 years old,
Wow.
2.5. It's all these videos. Her learn how to talk, walk. I got her first steps. I was really out just trying to record everything before content was everything. Content everything for me.
Facts.
Before it was like a content thing. I always was trying to do stuff with her and put her on there.
Wow, that's dope, man. The whole like concept of how you came together with RP Quan. Shout out to Zep Jasper.
Yeah, shout out to Zep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's dope, bro. That whole thing, like, cause you know a lot of people think they know people of why they think they did stuff and stuff, but you really went deep with it, and I love the whole everything that came with it. All right, so how did you come up with the concept though, like of what you wanted to talk about?
I was talking to somebody else at the time, and I knew I wanted to do podcast. I worked at Lowe's at the time. I can say it now because I worked there no more. And I would get these conversations from the not crazy, it's the different kind of people. Like, it's this old white lady, and she was talking one day. I asked like 3 questions. I ended up finding out like she used to get abused by her husband. She was a top model back in the day in Florida. She was a pretty white lady, old white lady though. But I'm like, yo, why she telling me all this stuff for? But people would tell me their stories, and I wouldn't ask them much in the break room. I would be like the break room entertainment. I'm joking on people. Like I'm allowed. Like, I was like that in the break room. You eating for lunch
for real?
for an hour, you getting that. You know what I'm saying? Not purposely, just, you know, whatever. And I was like, yo, I could have these kind of conversations. I can do this. And I would listen to Tax Stone at the time.
Shout
I
out
was
to
like, yo, Tax, street dude. He ain't got no like degree in this. He ain't got no communication degree. He ain't like upper echelon. He not your typical journalist guy. Joe Budden. I'm watching. I've always been a fan of Joe Budden on his he can rap too, but I always a fan of his media.
Yep.
Cause that's why I started filming stuff. Cause he was doing Joe Budden TV. I'm like, yo, this is dope. I want to do that. So main TV. I started doing main TV. I
Wow.
always emulated people I liked, and I was like, yo, I think I can do this. I said, I think I can. And I'm like, where I'm from, and I always loved Augusta. I always loved Augusta from the minute I came. I just loved everything about it.
Wow.
I loved it. There's no place like home. Don't get me wrong.
Facts.
But this is home for me now too. Ain't no place like Brooklyn. Ain't no place like Augusta. So I always loved Augusta history. I'm like, yo, my friends back home, they do call. They thinking rattlesnakes down here, dirt roads, it's clay and all that stuff. I'm like, yo, I could really put something together to show them like, nah, it's people out here really doing something. They like us. They just like us. They just in Augusta. And so I wanted to bring that together, like my experience and my mindset from New York, and then my love and my enamoredness with the history of Augusta and blend them together. So of course I'm thinking about Georgia Peach and Apple and all that stuff. He had some stuff be on the phone like you should do this. I didn't like it.
We talking about the names?
Yeah, I didn't like it. And then I don't know. I was thinking, I'm like, yo, we always say the Masters. If we always say the Masters, I'm like, yo, Augusta is just more than that, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck about the Masters. I've never been there.
Facts.
I didn't know where it was until 2019. I've been there since 2005.
You feel me?
I thought Damascus Road was the Master. I thought they were saying Damascus all my life.
Wow.
I never knew it was their Masters. But as I got older, I went to school at Augusta State. I had to pass every day, and they started talking about it. So I was like, okay, cool. I said, more than the Master. And I don't know why it rolled off my tongue in a way where, like, I said, this is it. This is it. More than the Masters. That's it. More than the Masters. And I ain't look back.
That's fire. Because it just popped up in my head too. Do you know what the Masters mean?
No.
You know? I wonder why they come up with that. 'Cause
It sound like maybe slavery.
I done heard some stuff like that. Yeah. So I like the whole concept more than
Yeah.
the Masters, and how you wanted to show your homeboys from New York that it ain't, because I'm pretty sure they call you country bumpkin or something.
Nah, he don't call me down.
You know how they try to joke with you
But
when
they
you first
do,
came?
yeah, because they say, oh, you talk Southern, but most people say I don't. But
You
they
don't.
say I do. Because to them, it's not as strong. But I will say, it was also for Augusta, too. Because people would have, Disgusta or this. I felt like people want to run to Atlanta. I'm going to Atlanta. Like, for what? In Brooklyn, you would never see me run to Queens, Harlem, all them fucking other corny-ass boroughs, the Bronx, whatever. No respect to them, but just...
No, that's how y'all live.
I'm
love
on my
that.
block. I'm in my section. Like, I love this. I can get a hero from the store down here. We got our Popeyes right there, our Chinese food right there, my pizza shop right there. I ain't gotta go nowhere. I'm here. This is where I'm at.
You know Queens Flip?
Yeah. I
Shout
fuck
out
with
to him.
Queen Flip, yeah.
That's how he, like, cause he do vlogging and stuff, and these
Yeah.
folk, y'all don't
I
play
fuck
by
with Queen Flip.
He dope. Like, that's how I kind of got into podcasting. Like, but it
Yeah,
ain't about
Queen
me.
Flip.
This
Nah,
ain't
that's
about me,
dope.
though.
That's dope. I fuck with Queen Flip heavy.
Man, heavy, bro, and he with Joe Budden now.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I love the way how y'all, like, it's competitive. The boroughs don't mess with other boroughs, but they do.
Yeah.
Like, y'all still cool, but I'm from
It's
Queens.
unity, but it's like, don't forget, nigga, I'm from this side.
Facts.
Like, and this side gonna trump everything on that side. Every day,
Exactly.
every time,
Exactly. So
So
back to, like, so you said more than the Masters. A lot of people wanted to run to Atlanta.
Yeah, and I thought that was corny. I'm like, you could make your bread. And it's not that running to Atlanta is corny, because you can do that but bring it back home. Bring the resources back. Don't run there and stay there if you're making money, or don't run there, mess up, and then come back home. No, if you're going to go there, have a purpose. But I feel like that's the only reason why I would leave where I'm from or my home, is to, like, bring something better back.
Facts.
Or bring it back to the city.
Facts.
And so if I went to Atlanta and did some stuff, cool, boom, boom. This might do this. Hey, CY, come on. Hey, Slim, come on. Like, we gonna make that money up there, and we gonna bring it back to the city. But we also gonna let them know we from here, though.
Facts.
We from here.
Very true.
And I just always thought that was crap. I'm like, you okay with saying you from Atlanta?
And
You from Augusta? Or you okay with saying you from there? It's not a thing where I'm from. If you say you from somewhere, you're not from there, niggas will beat you up.
Quick.
Cause and you're like this. Oh, where you from? Like, how people saying I'm from Best Side. I ask questions. What part? What street you live on? I need to know. Cause
they didn't know that.
Between what and what?
Mm.
Cause how we give our address out? We like 1181 Bushwick Ave between Jefferson and Cornelia.
Facts.
I ain't been there in years, but I can tell you right now, I can name streets. I can tell you it start from, Weirfield, Hancock, Jefferson, Cornelia, Putnam, Madison,
Fulton.
Woodbine. Like, I'm telling you, I know the streets. Where you from?
How far Fulton Avenue and
It's not far. It's up there.
Carlton Avenue?
Fulton from where I was at is about 15 minutes.
Okay.
15 minutes. It's downtown.
Facts.
Yeah, downtown.
All right. So yeah, I done been up there a lot, man, and I love how you brought that mindset down here to Augusta, starting
Yeah.
with the podcast. So what were some of your biggest challenges though, bro, when you first started your podcast?
Talking, I can't talk for shit. You know, trying not to stutter. But for real, like I would get feedback. Like I said, I was dealing with somebody at the time, so they was older than me, way older than me. So I would send her out before she give me her feedback and stuff like that. People, not just her, but people that I worked with at the time. I worked at Lowe's, so I was in Lowe's. I was going
so
from
while you
there and
podcasting-
spreading. Going from there and spreading. Because some people at Lowe's was popular. Oh, you popular, you popular, you popular, cool. Boom, 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 boom. Of course, now I've succeeded that, but I'm saying at the time, it was, oh, you, okay. And I was known for being my brother's brother. I was Don's brother at the time. Don, don't get me wrong. Don is the star of the family, even to this day. I'm more known for my stuff now, what I do. But make no mistake, that's the star of the family. It's Don.
I love that.
That's the star.
Because I heard
Without
about
him,
him.
it's none of this.
Wow.
Like that's the star. I don't mind saying that's my. I love him to death.
Wow.
He changed all our lives. You know, to me,
That's your little brother.
my little brother, the youngest, he the baby.
Wow. He done accomplished a lot of
A
stuff.
lot of stuff, and we owe him a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I love him to death.
Shout out to him, man.
For real. But I was known as Don brother, you know what I'm saying? Because I put out Don clips, Don get exclusive stuff because I'm editing stuff. So how you get that, Don? Hey, brother, do me one, you know? But I ain't gonna put as much. And plus, niggas they have highlights like Don. But
You feel
anyway,
me? That's little bro.
so you know, I'm there, and like how we doing now. So like you do a good job of like letting me say something, and you're not really like cutting me off. I had a bad habit doing that at first because you got to make sure your purpose matches what you're doing. So if I'm trying to put on a city on, it's not about me. It's about the guests. So sometimes we would have debates, and you know, when you're young, you think you know everything, you think you're smarter than everybody, you got a college degree. So I'm always debating with people, or I'm always like, nah, but no, and it's like let them talk, paint that picture, let them talk. And I think that was something I struggled with at the time because I would think everything was fire. It was fire. It's not fire, bro. You cutting them off every 3, 4, 5 seconds. Not let them get their word in. You know what I'm saying? They playing cool because they chill. And so I think that's something I struggled with at the time was trying to paint that picture because I was trying to include myself too much in all the things, which is why now you don't see me on camera. I take so much precaution trying to make sure it's about the guests.
Wow.
So I can have, my goal is just to paint.
Facts.
You ain't got to even hear me,
That's hard.
you know? So
It's art.
trying to make the art.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I just love how everything came together, bro. Because when I ain't gonna lie, I think more people gonna start, even though you got a good fan base, you got a great support system. But I think when people really hear your story, I think they really gonna start like taking you serious and
I agree.
like, cause this is a dope story. I love how everything just came together.
Mind
How
you, we like almost an hour in and we didn't even get the podcast. And I just
feel
gave you,
me?
something said, just
Give
let
it
them
all.
have it, bro. Let them have it.
Facts.
Because it's 20 years. I've been thinking about it for a long time. 'Cause I'm like 20 years, these situations, all this stuff. I'm like,
So some of the stuff you never talked about.
never. 'Cause I was scared to talk about all that stuff. I'm like, I don't want nobody to get mad or, you know, or bring
Yeah.
nothing up or,
Yeah.
you know, people like to dig in sometimes. So
Yeah,
you,
facts.
like I said, your background, you know what to dig into and not to dig into. So if I was somebody else, like, well, what do you mean? You know, somebody died. Or, like,
Yep.
why are you talking about that for? Like,
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah. We want to touch the surface of stuff.
yeah, so I know you know what to do with that. So I'm like, you know what? Why not?
Facts.
But yeah, and then like just to add on to just some struggles, I want to give a shout out to him because I always want to give a shout out to. There's a few people at the time that was really nice doing what they were doing. So first thing I'm gonna say is Ken Macon. He's from South Carolina. If you don't, please get with him at some point. He will teach you so much stuff, bro.
You know, he did all my high school stuff. He did all my sports. If
He a
anybody knows
writer.
anything
He a
about me,
writer.
if anybody know more stuff than me than I do myself, it's him.
Yo, shout out to Ken, bro. Like
He the GOAT.
I love Ken, bro.
Me
I
too.
love Ken Macon.
Me too.
But like, I did something with him one time at my house in North Augusta, like I was telling you about. I lived out there, and I remember afterwards, I thought it was dope, and I'm sure he did too. But I remember him giving me advice afterwards, and today I take it different than that day. But he was like, "Yo, whenever you interviewing somebody, get you a notepad, right? Just get a notepad, bro, and like write stuff down so that you know you can ask the question you want to ask when it's time to ask without forgetting about it. So you're not cutting them off, da da da." At the time, I didn't take what he said. I did the writing part because I thought that was a smart idea. But as I got older, I'm like, oh shit, I probably cut him off every time. I'm not thinking about it because I was so about me. He's a podcast, I'm podcast. I'm like, I'm about to show him podcast better than you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Which I think I do podcasts great, but Ken is he's a different animal. Like you can't out Ken.
You can't.
I don't care who you are.
He different.
And So I took that like, oh, you know what? I do need to do that. Let me write this stuff down. Well, anybody tell you, man, I can show you a bunch of notes. Every episode I got timestamps of everything on the episode. If I want to go to it tomorrow, I can go to flip my page. Oh, 33. Okay, here we go. I know where it's at because of Ken Macon.
Wow.
That's one. Two, somebody in Augusta that was really big was 520 Radio. You probably don't know about them, but it's a guy named Delvin, and it's just two brothers, and they had city on fucking lockdown, bro. Like I can't even tell you how bad they had it on lockdown. Like I went, speaking of Glen Hill, their homecoming this Friday. I went to alumni game, bro. It was so many people in fucking 520 shirts. I'm like, what the fuck
For
is these
real?
niggas? That was the DJ, so he over there DJing. They all got their own kind of like, cause it's the brothers, then you got like some personalities that help interview and stuff. A girl here, a guy here, Quentin White. It's a few niggas that's known, got their own motion, but they're all together. I'm like,
Oh,
how can I beat this? Cause I don't know these people at the time, but I know they popping. And so I said, let's say I looked up to them, like, I got a brand, I gotta make shirts. I gotta do this. So I was looking at stuff they were doing, I gotta do this. Video right now, they were doing video though. I'm like, yo, they video look good. They interviewed me one time. You get an exclusive, but they interviewed me one time. I feel like I bombed that shit, bro. Cause they ain't know who I got mad. I told you I get mad in real time, bro.
For real.
I got mad. I ain't gonna lie. They didn't know who I was. And I felt like they interviewed me like, how fuck I interviewed at the time. I felt like every time I interview somebody, I did my research.
Facts.
I did this, I did that. I'm like, these niggas don't fucking know me, bro.
Wow.
So I'm in there just fucking heated, like, yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, just like, I gave answers I wouldn't normally give. Like, me now, I didn't give those. But me now wasn't me then either.
Facts.
So a girl went on after me as the podcaster named Mo. She still podcasts here and there now. She's not consistent though, but shout out to Mo. She fucking killed it. I said, what the fuck is going on? Then after this is a history. After that, Jordan Johnson went on. He's a commissioner now. He wasn't commissioner back then.
Wow.
He killed it. I'm like, yo, I just felt like low, like, yo, I'm fucking ass, bro. Funny how shit worked. Mo, after that was like, she texted me because we all changed contacts. She's like, yo, do you mind like producing my podcast for me? Because my producer ain't hit me back, da-da-da-da. He got his hit record out right now, so he ain't really doing shit like that. I'm like, why not? Relationships, bro. From that point on, me producing her podcast, I ran into so many niggas that I didn't know, but they knew they knew I wanted a mask, but they know me. I'm not on camera, it wasn't no video. And I would lock in with them, connect with them, lock in. And I was getting friend requests. I built a rapport just producing her podcast.
Wow.
I feel like I still put out a better product on my own podcast, but because I was doing, that's why I like to bring it back together and build. Because I'm like, bro, we could all eat.
Facts.
We could all eat. Like,
Yep.
and I've always been that way. And that opened the door for like a lot of relationships that I have now. It started with 520, Mo, Ken Macon, like people like that. So I never have a problem giving them props, even though they always praise me and say, yo, you the man, you doing that. I'm like, nah, nigga, it's y'all. Like none of this is without, like my brother, none without him, and none without y'all.
Facts.
Like y'all laid the blueprint down. I might have just made some,
Yeah.
put some Brooklyn into it, you know what I'm saying?
But that's how I feel about you though. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? So you had a lot of longevity coming in as well. So I want to ask you though, has your vision changed though from when you first started to now?
Yeah, it has. It gotten wider. I would say like, first it's just like, highlight the city. That's cool, it's cute. Then it's like, paint pictures. That's cool, that's cute. But then the more and more you build your notoriety and your name, and you meet people and you build relationships, you realize your purpose is greater and greater and greater and greater and greater. And it's like, fuck. It's a lot of pressure on you sometimes because like now I can't just say anything online.
Facts.
I can't just go on there and be like, man, fuck them for saying, I gotta watch what I'm saying. I got alliances with certain people. So my vision though for the podcast, at the time I thought like, okay, maybe I could be something too super big, but big is relative. Even if I'm just big here, that's big enough for me because this
Facts.
is 200,000 people we talking about.
You feel me?
Even if I'm big here and I say, yo, I want your support, everybody just give me 50 cents. 50 cents, not even $1, 50 cents. Talking about 200,000 people giving you 50 cents. I'm making more than I make now. Still.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I look at it that way and I'm like, you can build here if you choose to.
Facts.
It's about how you approach it. And so thinking about you got to be big. Not saying you can't, because you can still be big and be from here, but that's not the goal. It's not to be big. It's just more so to put the work in. I'm thinking about now when I pass, like what's my legacy gonna say? What they gonna say about me? I got a daughter. She about to be 14 years old. when she hear, what she gonna hear. They
Facts.
love me, bro. They my kids love me.
I can tell.
You can't tell them I ain't somebody.
I see y'all videos like
Hey, where we out? Yo, you know everybody. I don't be knowing them.
they know
Bro,
you.
I don't know who that is. Why he kept talking to you? I said, I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could tell you, baby.
But I don't know, man. Like being in this podcasting thing though, bro. Like when certain people chosen, it's like you get so many. Like we was talking about before the show, you get so many people DMing you,
Yeah.
telling what you're doing, how much you meant to their life, and how much you done made an impact. So I can understand why they coming up to you and talking to you, man, because you do got a light. You could definitely tell your aura and stuff ever since you first started. I didn't see your beginning,
Yeah.
but I definitely seen the ending and stuff like that. So I want to ask you though, like, how would you say you handle criticism now compared
Now,
to back then?
great now. But before, ooh, boy, I might get my little feelings hurt.
You was sensitive.
I get my little feelings hurt,
sensitive.
bro. Whether you dealing with people, you like, oh, this is a fire
You
episode.
don't put in work.
I had David Beard on. You know David Beard. I've been working for a long time. 2016, 2017, we put an episode out.
Wow.
I said, yo, I got a good David episode. It's real good. It's real good. Girl called me. Oh, yeah, it was all right. I thought it was going to be a little better because, you kept talking about it. I'm like,
Ooh.
I don't know. I ain't talking the rest of the day. You crazy. 2 days go by. She's like, you doing your attitude now? But in today, she was right. I'm looking back at a lot of episodes. I wasn't polished. I wasn't like I am now. And I still got work to do. But once again, I maybe not painting the picture the right way, not staying on. You gotta collect that data first. Even in podcasts, so your first year gonna be whatever. You could start out good and that's fine. You got people in your corner, but collect that data. I'm sure you know because you interview a lot of people. Collect that data. You see people like what they don't like. You start rebuilding. Okay, cool. They like when I do this person, these people, maybe a lawyer, whatever. They like that stuff. Okay, cool. So they don't care about that. So I'm gonna stay from that a little bit. If I do go back on that, I'm gonna try it different. You gotta collect that data and see what people like from you. So when I'm painting my picture, I might say, I like this part. I like this part. I like this part. I like that. They like that heartfelt shit. How to get heartfelt questions out of somebody. I bet. So I'm talking to you. So like, no, just unpack. That's the best word to use. Unpack that. Like, what was life like for you? Like you said you had an aunt, right? So like, what was your aunt relationship like? Like, why you live with her versus your mom? Boom. Niggas love that. Niggas love that question. Like, you asking me that? Nobody asked me that before.
Facts.
So niggas love people, not niggas. People love to open it up.
And they love to feel important.
Therapeutic.
Very therapeutic.
Because I know your background. I know you had some struggle, like with far as like it's different. You live in you was adopted and all that stuff. So I don't know what going through your mental, but I also know you was a high school star.
Yeah. So it balanced that.
A lot of niggas will never, ever, ever, ever in life feel what you felt when you was in high school. Feel like you see, wow, nigga, like you want to play the year for football and basketball?
Yeah.
Look at that smile. niggas can't smile like that. No, I'm being like, niggas can't smile like that.
You right though.
Nobody, speak to people will never know what that feel like.
That was
like
crazy
ever
feel.
in life.
Yeah, you right.
And sometimes the closest thing they come to it, sitting in this chair right here and getting asked questions. That's their high school. That's they high.
Yep.
That's their therapeutic. Like, that's they. I can talk. I can do this. If you ask the right question at the right time, right person, right day, it might feel better than that.
Facts.
So however good that felt, somebody that interviewed with you, interviewed with me, they felt better than that. Because it made them feel like, yo, I am important, nigga. Like my life is, I really am like that. Like,
Ain't it?
Then you put the real out in it and they go crazy. Like, it's one thing, I ain't gonna compare it to sex, but it's like,
Nah,
I ain't compare it to sex.
Yeah.
But it's like that though. It's like,
it is. Adrenaline wise.
yeah, it's like, not only did I really try hard to get this, but I did it and I laid it down. Like,
What?
oh God.
You feel me?
So like, doing the episode is cool. Episode, that's exchanging numbers. Okay, cool. You put it out, and if people fucking with it too, now you the man. Niggas, now they can you're like, yo, we gotta do this again. Like, bro, chill. Chill, bro. Chill. Like, it's Thursday, bro. We just did this podcast yesterday.
You feel me?
Chill.
Yeah.
So, but that's the feeling you give people. But yeah, man.
And I think I love making people feel just
It felt
good.
bro.
Yeah, it do.
Who knew we could be therapists without a therapy degree?
Yeah, that's definitely because I ain't gonna lie, I had plenty of it. And again, this ain't about me though. You know what I'm saying? But
You're
I
a
know
podcaster though, so.
we have a lot of relatable moments or whatnot. So, when somebody tell me like after the show over with, bro, this is very therapeutic, they give me a hug and stuff like that, or I never talked about this, it means a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we know the impact of having. Because now I try to start off my shows by asking people mental, and I forgot to ask you that, but we're gonna end it. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Just to, make them feel good about themselves as well. And then to tell people that I research them. Because words matter, right? So when you tell somebody you researched them,
Mm-hmm.
I'm important enough to be researched, and then you come up with facts that you done learned about them. So
Yeah.
they want to feel important.
That's real though. That's real. And then like you said, like that's why I try to post my story before more than content. I post my. Somebody said the other day, it's like, yo, you get so many messages. I said, bro, I don't be asking for them. People just say what they really feel, whether it be you tell somebody's story through telling somebody else's story. So me telling your story the other day, putting a clip out the other day about your upbringing and your mom having to go away and this, that, and third. Then I even watched how I did it with you. Like, can you make that short story a little longer, please?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
But like, just walking you into that, and then you walking us through that, and it's like, people really resonate with that. Like, yo, that's crazy. I ain't know he been through that.
Yep.
He ain't supposed to, right? But that's somebody else's story as well. Somebody else lost their parent because of whatever. Somebody else lost a sibling because of whatever. And then you explain like, yo, you can have this child by just like being 5 feet away. Like, it's not that you think neglect. You thinking like, F that kid.
Facts.
And it's like, you even explained it. So when people, and even after me doing yours, I remember us texting. PJ, oh God, shout out to PJ. I'm going to tell you about PJ real quick, bro. That's my guy, but he called me after the episode like 50 times, bro. I loved it though, bro, because he a real dude, and it's like he got a lot going on. He understands the algorithm, so he don't have to like do that with everybody. Like, and I know he tried to be strategic how he do it because he want everybody to get the same love. He want everybody spread out.
Yep.
So I understood. When I want to get him at first, I'm like, damn, why you want fuck the pod? But now it made sense. At one time. So because he wasn't saying no, but it's hard to reach him. So I reached out to somebody else. I knew him. They hit me back. He said he actually been thinking about doing something. He said, "You ready?" He's going to try something else, but let's just try it. All right, cool. Because he don't like doing them back to back to back because he don't want nobody. He feel like if I do it and then he do Slim's gonna suffer or mine's gonna suffer because they're gonna pick one at that time until it dies down.
Facts.
But anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. He would call me and say, yo, when you ask that question, like when you hit that button, bro, it just shit he was liking for the episode, like shit that nobody tell me, like the button, the questions, like Gino calling him like, yo, he got you that question he asked you, like these people I interview, like, and Gino, I don't want to talk to him like that, but like just high power people really watching the art you create.
Facts.
And having full blown conversation about it. Mind you, PG called me like 50 times. That's my guy.
Wow.
But he called me like, yo,
he loved it.
And you can't beat that, bro. Like,
Facts.
you just can't. I'm talking about, and I ain't talking about 5 minutes. You're on the phone for an hour.
Oh yeah, I already know because you remember I had that PJ.
You know, so you know how he is.
He dope,
super solid,
but he's
dude,
very
bro.
strategic.
Yes.
And so I tried to do a part 2 recently, but now that you explain this stuff, now I get it because he said I'm not ready yet.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
because after somebody do it, a lot of people reach out to. So like, you might have been reaching out to him, but
I've been reaching
because I did something. Think about it. We asked me how many podcasts around the city. Too many. But I love it. Everybody do their thing because we all can eat.
But like you said, exactly. But like you said, the work shows itself.
Yeah.
The separation.
I think one thing I learned about podcasting for real though, and I know it's not a question you have, but I realized that it's not always the bigger name. Those are good to have, but your best podcast is gonna be with people who just real.
Facts.
Who open, who know how to speak, and who been dying to tell their story and been dying to tell their truth. And what I noticed is that you got to spread that with the name. So I might put PJ out, but then the next day I might do Joe Blow. I might put the sheriff out, but the next day I might do Jane Blow.
Facts.
People. I did a girl the other day, not saying this is her, but like I did a girl named Destiny. She had a whole life story. She's somebody super popular around here? No, not really, but I always knew I wanted to give her story. I don't know why I just did. Didn't know her story was gonna be nothing like that. Amazing story, really resilient story about like family and stuff. To the point where her family is mad at her for doing a podcast, like, yo, you da-da-da. But she breaking things now. It's like, even that is like a good thing to me. Like, damn, this family is like really gonna repair.
Facts.
Based off her feeling this way.
Wow.
But then also, the clip I put out, people were like, yo, she is me. They don't know her at all. But telling her story told their story.
And it's crazy, man. Like, that's why I told you, man, you meant to kind of like, collab and do work together because, I know Destiny personal. Like, when I seen her on your podcast, I was excited. Like, I was happy.
Yeah.
Because she told me a story where I met her at like a culture shop.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Downtown.
Facts. Well, actually, I met over in Carolina, but she do a
Oh,
lot of. But she do
okay.
work downtown though.
Yep.
That's where she be at all the time. You know,
Yep.
she do stuff at the cigar lounge as well. So when I seen you did an amazing job, man, and you tapped into certain things, like you said, that our family heard,
Yeah.
and it's probably changing things now.
Yeah, hopefully.
So you're right. All right, so that kind of segues to my next question. Then, like, what was your favorite moment so far, bro? Like, what was some of your favorite moments? Crazy moments, something that you remember now that made a impact.
I'm real family oriented, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I've interviewed my family. That's my favorite stuff to do. Interview my family. The masses ain't gonna care about it. But like your situation, for instance, like just comparing it. Let's say I interviewed your mom, your dad, you, and your brothers, all separately. And I feel like I can make this a playlist and call it CY Family's Playlist. And everybody telling their story through their own eyes. Y'all telling similar stories just through your own eyes. So I had my favorite cousin that lived down here that ended up moving, that's older than me, only one I really had. Him, my cousin Pop. His dad, my favorite uncle, who passed away now, but Uncle Carl. His daughter, Karsha, I interviewed her. His son, Messiah, interviewed them. All them different. Crack babies.
Wow.
My uncle was on drugs very, very hard. 80s, Messiah's a 90s baby, but crack baby. Project kids, lived in the projects. My cousin Karsha and Pop came to help my grandma. She adopted them. She been brought family down here. She been doing that. My uncle was in jail and out of rehab and stuff. Messiah was in the projects, struggling with his family that also was on drugs all their life. I got all these stories. Messiah was heartbreaking. My cousin though, we were so mean as kids, bro. His mom named Maxine. I don't mind saying this, bro. It sounds fucked up. I'm gonna say this, it's gonna sound fucked up, bro. We used to joke on him and call her crack scene. I don't know how that made him feel.
Wow.
But it was hard as an adult talking to my favorite, who look up to me. I'm older. He's like, yo, I love you, boo. I love you, boo. I love you, boo. I love you, boo. Like, I miss you. I miss you. I'm his favorite cousin. I was in the jokes too though sometimes.
For real.
My cousin Pop, super short, but syndrome would fight, but protect me to the death. What he thought of like not being with his dad. Because my uncle ended up getting clean and taking his son, Messiah, and living with him. They envied that. My cousin got touched. When Karsha, she got touched. My grandma would still take her to the person's house who would touch her. I love my grandma. I love my grandma. But
that's why you said they might not love some of the stuff she did.
I can't, because I can't be okay with that.
Hell.
But for me, she was great. My cousin, I never understood why they were so bad. Why y'all so mean? Why y'all so bad? Why y'all don't respect grandma? What is stuff going on I don't know about? I don't know that the uncle tried you and you still going over there every other day. He ain't trying you every day now, mind you. But still, you gotta see that every day. You don't want to see that. Grandma should have been saying, "Yo, we ain't going to no more until he gone." But all I'm saying is this: everyone was interviewing all of them and making them plays on my. That's hard. Like those are my favorite cousins. I look at them and that's why I think my life is, because I see the struggles they have, not finishing high school but getting a GED, but not being happy for what my grandma afforded them. I was in the projects, nigga. 16th floor, 200 Troop Avenue. I know the address and everything. 16th floor, the very top floor in the projects, in the corner. So y'all not only y'all in the 16th floor, y'all the 16th and then in the corner. Y'all probably the last apartment being made.
Elevator broke,
Put y'all down here.
Stairwell.
Own room now. Y'all share a room. Yeah, your own room now. Got a whole living room, a garage, an attic, a backyard with a fucking pool, a basketball goal back there, a dog, central air, carpet. We got hardwood floors in your. That shit, I hate it. But we got carpet. You got fresh carpet.
You don't like hardwood floors?
Nah, because it was cold in New York, so the floor be cold. You know what I'm saying?
So in your house, you prefer, so you got a lot of carpet?
Now, yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I like hardwood floors.
But it's always wintertime. Like, it's cold from fucking September.
Facts.
It's only warm for a little bit in New York, so they can put socks on. I ain't do all that.
Yeah, let me get some carpet.
I like the mop though, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like they had everything. Grass. Your grandma had a car. No city bus. Like, you had everything y'all wanted and y'all still found a way to be mad and stuff. So that's why I look at them and I'm like, I'm not gonna be that person that's gonna be mad about everything, but I'm gonna take it for what it is, take that lesson, and get the fuck on.
But everything you just described, you know, most, like when you see the school shooters or any like crazy people, whatever, they come from homes like that though. Nice picket fence, stuff like that. So, you know, that says this, that, you know, material things don't mean a lot. It's about what's happening inside the household. So when your cousins told you all the stories later on, now you understood looking back.
You make a good point because I ain't get to finish that. I'm glad you said that. I would have halfway finished that point. So you do good at this, man. You do a good job.
I mean, I'm learning from the best.
But but that's what it also taught me. Like, as I talked to them, because I had my own ideology coming into like, y'all niggas just, y'all don't appreciate shit. Can't stand y'all little niggas. You know what I'm saying? Talking to them like, damn, you went through that. Like, yo, he tried you. You still had to go over there? What grandma say? She ain't say nothing. My grandma?
Wow.
You know, like, did your dad know? He ain't know. I'm like, why nobody told him to call? Well, he'd have beat him up. Like, I'm just thinking about all this stuff, right? But then I'm thinking like, you know what? A lot of people's behavior makes sense when I know their story. I didn't know you. I didn't know you went through that, Kasha. My bad. I thought you were just a rebel for no reason. My bad, Papa. I didn't know you felt that way about when you was rapping and Uncle Michael would joke on you and make you rap at Thanksgiving and you feel embarrassed and you feel like you want to hurt somebody, but you're trying to be respectful. I never knew that. I ain't know, Messiah, that, you know, when on call, us to give you money and we send you back home, that your family that was a drug addict was taking money, and now you ain't got no food for 3-4 days. I ain't know that.
Man.
I ain't know that your mom was strung out on drugs and you felt embarrassed by that. And then when you came to us, and which was you felt was home, and we joking on you, that pissed you off even more, made you want to cry and fight and lash out. I didn't know that.
Wow.
So it's like you start to learn things. And I learned about myself. Like, damn, you know what? Maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. I'm not a good guy like I thought I was. Because why would I do that? Why would I call his mom Crackscene when I know what he was dealing with? You know what I'm saying? Why would I add to whatever he might be going through in life? And that shit, like, it's a real, I'm getting teary-eyed and everything, but it's a real reflection of, like, you think, like, damn, that was cold. I shouldn't have did that.
But like you said, you didn't know what it was dealing
I did,
with at
but
the time.
that's the thing about podcasting I love. Like, podcasting and give you perspective. Like, I can get a perspective on something of somebody I never met because I'm meeting them and I'm asking the right questions. I may not know somebody who robbed and took from their mom, but I might interview them. So I get that perspective from the robber and also how he remorseful for it. So now I'm having a caring heart versus like, send a nigga to jail. He shouldn't have did that.
Facts.
I'm getting perspective on things from the source, the horse's mouth.
All sides of it.
You know? And so, yeah, man, that's my favorite. My best moment would be my family because even my uncle, like, he passed, and my mom, bro, like, if I'm going too much, let me know. But
oh, no, you good, man.
my mom, bro, she would, she still do it now. I had a speaker in the garage, and my uncle passed. It hurt everybody because, like, that was everything. Black sheep, but, like, you know, you love the black sheep. You're protected by the black sheep.
Facts. Yep.
And I had waves because of him. Like, I love him. He lived with me for a little while, and I interviewed him. He was the first one to interview.
Wow.
In my room, that when I lived with my grandma, interviewed in that room. Everything is always nostalgic from when I first started. I'm gonna do it in the room in the back. It's audio, so we just could chill. His phone kept ringing because his wife kept calling. His phone was Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. So you hear it through the podcast sometimes because she calling him. And my grandma coming there at one point. Everybody dead now, but my grandma coming at one point. She's like, "What y'all doing here? It's a podcast. What's that?" It's funny to me, you know, like, damn, it's a podcast, right? Today, everybody know what it is. But I said to say, my mom would listen to it. I could tell she would just like be sad, you know, but she get to hear him.
Wow.
It's like he there. I'm not knowing at the time when I'm doing podcasting that this would be that. So to get that was just amazing. I wish I did my grandma, but to get that is amazing because he telling stories like, you know, food stamp book, him taking our aunt food stamp book and saying, "I just want one. Just give me the 5 out the food stamp book. Take the whole book. Get you a sandwich. I don't want it. Go ahead. Take it. Never came back. Went and got drugs. Got high.
Wow.
He told her he didn't want it. But it's a funny story because she ran looking for him for like weeks with a fucking hammer because she wanted to kill him because he took the stuff. And you hear the story like, damn, that's why she ain't like you.
Facts.
I don't know. I'm young. I'm not knowing these stories. But then you get to hear from him like, damn, like, why you do that? Why you did that? Oh, that's how I was.
Facts.
Like I'm telling you, in New York, like you just, sometime one day you just change, bro.
Wow.
Like puberty.
So it's a lot of product of environment though.
A lot of it.
Wow.
A lot of it.
And see, I'm glad because I was like that too when you asked me what was my favorite moment. It was my brother. It'd be bigger than the famous people you interview or stuff like that because we doing it for different reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So yeah, I love that, bro, and it really shows how you. I love how you do your stuff in the bed with your daughters and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man. You do a lot of dope interviews and stuff like that. All right, so I got one more question for you, man. Before we get on out of here, we know you got things to do coming up in the weekend. What are Bobby Boucher, aka More Than a Master, goals for the next 1 to 3 years?
1 to 3 years. I'm really focusing more on like trying to get my kids involved and stuff. But I've built enough relationships, I feel like, to try to open some doors for them with what I'm doing, and I want to continue to do so. Like my daughter wanna go to my daughter wanna go to Davidson or A.R. Johnson. Hopefully, I can get somebody to kind of get it in there.
You feel me?
You know, with the relationship I have. But I would like to start making some good money with doing what I'm doing with the camera to where I don't have to work maybe, or I can do that full time. That'd be a great goal. But it's always hard because I don't know if I want to do it for money simply because will it change the level of content I'm putting out, how I'm doing it? Because when you do stuff for a bag,
It's
it's different
addictive.
than when you're doing it for like, you doing it from here or from here. Doing it for the money is like, I don't like this guy. So what? Be giving you 50K. All
It's
right,
a
you right.
job.
You know, so, but and it's just really to get bigger and better. I want to still build. I want to build with people. That's why I'm doing live. Like I
Mhm.
go live to bring people into my world. Thinking aloud, I kind of stopped it a little bit, but I still do that because I still reflect. Everything in podcasting is therapeutic for me. So like, if I can continue to release via these microphones and the camera, I can still paint people's story.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do that, but my goal right now is I'm really focused on my kids getting involved and to trying to get them in media or get them to do some things and go from there.
Content creating and stuff like that.
And
Yeah.
I wanna help people. Like I'm helping people. I will film. It's gonna cost, of course, because you can't just get 10, 12 years of knowledge and working for free.
What?
Like I said, I started a podcast in 2016. I started doing, you might say, media in 2011.
Wow.
It's 2025, so we're
Yeah.
talking about 14 years. My math
Experience.
pretty good. See there?
It's great.
It's about 14 years though. You don't get that for free. So, but I done brushed some good soldiers this year with, with the sheriff or the mayor, soon to be mayor, ex-mayor, whatever. I got AUG Explain. I helped with her page and not her page. I helped with her live. And that seems to be doing very, very well right now. So
It is.
it's actually crazy how many people be tuned in and helping. So getting my face out there more and hopefully put myself in position to bring it back home and,
Oh, yeah.
and get everybody on.
Have you ever thought about doing one in Brooklyn? Doing a podcast or anything? Just an episode?
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, because it's in your story, man. I want you to tap back in with your people out there. When last time you been out there?
My dad had died in 2023, and I went up there for his service. But yeah, that's the
Okay.
last time that's the first time I went up there. And like, no, I'm lying. My uncle passed. I went to his thing too, but I wasn't. My dad died. My daughters was with me, so I wanted to take them to where I was from.
Mm.
So I did go to where I was from, and we walked around and stuff. And but when my uncle died, I didn't go where I was from. I felt like it was still too. I didn't
Oh,
want to
for
go.
real?
Yeah, I was like, nah, because you never know who. And then you meet people. I was in where he was from in Brownsville, and I seen somebody. I'm like, oh shit, make sure I don't see that name. You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know anybody on. For real.
You're right though. You got to be aware. Awareness is important out here, man. Because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. Before we get out of it, go ahead.
No, I was like, we say this thing, but like, you interview rappers. I talk to rappers and stuff, and it's hard because I understand them to an extent. Because sometimes you just can't talk about. You might ask them why y'all beefing. They can't tell you why you beefing for real.
Facts.
So they might say something, and that might ruin the interview. But it's like, so even like that, people say, "Oh, you ever think about doing anything?" Sometimes you're supposed to go somewhere and you're supposed to leave and not go back.
Facts. You're right.
Sometimes it's not meant for you to go back. And I felt like one of the true callings I knew as to why I didn't rush back or feel like I had to go back. 'Cause everybody moved down here. My aunt moved down here. My cousin moved down here. Everybody moved down here. So there's nothing up there for me really. There's some
Facts.
family up there, don't get me wrong, but not a lot of family up there.
Okay.
So it's like that was more of a sign of, I felt like God told me like, you ain't going nowhere. You go right where you at.
Keep going forward.
Yeah. And like I told you, shit, the friends I hung with,
Yeah, they gone.
yeah. So ain't no reason to go up there for me.
Facts. Because family is stamped down here. Your kids,
For real.
beautiful family and stuff like that, man. Shout out to you, bro.
I try, man.
This was
Thank
a classic.
You. Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
I think that people being wanted to hear this, and I think this gonna do real good, man. Because again, you one of the pillars in Augusta, man. And I appreciate you for always giving me advice, lending a helping hand and stuff like that, bro. I
Nah, for
appreciate
real.
you, and you definitely gonna go your way all the way up. And congratulations on all your endeavors.
Nah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. And I think you do a good job, and you did a great job, actually. You know what I'm saying? You got a exclusive. I don't talk like this, so you got stuff that I probably never said to women. We tell them everything for the most part. when you start reminiscing about your life, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's your safe space. My safe space has always been like a good woman.
Facts. I tell people
Not
that
any woman, a good woman.
a good one.
Yeah.
And so
I start rambling.
every trip. In your words, you know, I try, man. I try to pull certain things out of people that they don't normally do. Cause like I told you, certain people got that light, and we definitely one of them. And again, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man.
Nah, thank
CYT,
you. Definitely. This was dope, bro.
straight facts.
This was dope. This
More
was
than
dope.
a masters with my guy Bobby Boucher, man,
Yes,
aka Maine.
yes,
my brother,
yes,
man.
Yes.
So y'all tune in for this episode dropping soon, man. We appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it.
It's your boy CYTV. We out of here.
Let's get it.
You dig? Another one.
That was dope, bro. You want to do the drop? I appreciate you, man.